Okay, so in a world of AI and robots, Netflix have got a new joint that has just dropped. It is called Tim. Hmm. Right? Well, it's T.I.M. It's an acronym, people. Okay, so it is directed by Spencer Brown, who co-wrote with Sarah Govett. The film is produced by Patrick Tolan and Matthew James Wilkinson. Executive produced by Kush Frakkar, Jan Pace, James Owen, M.J. McMahon, Simon Lewis Marriott, Matthew Jones, Damian Jones, and Renhard Besser, with line production from Danielle Harvey. Walter Mayer handled the music, Dave Miller cinematography, Emily Jacobs was on casting. Production design is Elizabeth L. Caddy. Art direction Jackson Prickard. Costume design is Natalie Caroline Wilkins. Hair and makeup, we've got Daljit Kaur Bandari, Rebecca Mattison, and Scarlett O'Connell. So our cast is Abby is played by Georgina Campbell. Yes, I mean she's like all over the place, man. We've got her husband Paul, played by Mark Rowley. Her boss is played by Nathaniel Parker. Yes, her assistant is played by Edmund Kingsley. The receptionist at the place she works is played by Eliza Gluck. Their neighbor by the new house is Rose, played by Amara Karan. And Tim is played by Eamon Farren. Eamon Farren, I believe that's yeah, I think that's correct. Eamon Farren. So the gist of the story: prosthetics engineer Abby and her husband Paul moved to the countryside as Abby is working on Integrate Robotics' latest product, a humanoid artificial intelligence called Tim, technological integrated manservant. So yes, that's it, right? So yeah, we get this couple, they're packing up their house, and you're thinking, what's going on? Then they drive and they end up at this a big swanky ass house, right? It's for this new company that Abby has just started working for. Right? They make robots, and this is a smart home. So, I mean, just that, right? Just when you think, okay, they're moving to a smart home, what could possibly go wrong, you ask yourself? Yes, what could possibly go wrong, people? I mean, there's always so many frigging things, right? It's rife for weirdness. Rife. So yeah, they're moved into this house. Now, something that does seem that there's been an issue between the two of them that we kind of pick up maybe after a third of the way in. Right? You get certain hints, and then as the film goes on, you realize what happened. It's what you could suspect, really. But yeah, it's how they deal with having this robot in the house, this manservant that basically can do everything, because it's a smart house. He's, where you have your phone, right? There's an app on your phone that can turn on your oven, your central heating, make have the washing machine come on, what I mean, just do all of these things other than make your bed. It's boom, everything can even turn taps on. I've not seen something that turns taps on, but yeah, the robot, old Timmy boy, basically handles all of that. And he can also track your body temperature, your heart rate, all of these things. You know what I mean? You give him access to your passwords, which, I mean, that is like the crazy one. But gets access to your passwords, right? And there's all of these other things Timmy can do. So it's just having that level of intrusiveness, you know? So, because I think we have it to a degree, you know what I mean? Like when you talk about something and then suddenly all this shit appears in your Google, right? Or on the adverts in social media. And it's just like, I didn't even Google it, I didn't search for it, I just said it. Just said it. So there is this weird thing happening. And what Spencer has done with the film, it seems, is put that into what Tim is. So that's always, that kind of thing is always interesting, right? Seeing where people go with this. Now, the story then takes a different turn, which I think that is when, now, suspense wise, you can think, oh, this is interesting. This is fun, right? But I think when you think about it, that's when we start to have holes, right? Just because we are then putting human traits onto artificial intelligence, you know? And I think you can have it pose questions because, AI and all of these things, at first, especially, they're getting all of their knowledge off of human interactions, human data that you've input into the internet and all manner of different things, where they're shoveling up all this information. So you can have, like, you'd assume that certain questions are raised, but there's other things that, we do that you kind of think, would a robot really do that though? Right? Would that be the thing that a robot is about? I don't know. I don't know. That's where it became a little bit. Also, there's a question about love in this film. And I kind of feel the supposed definition of love that Abby gives. I mean, it felt a little bit off to me. It felt a little superficial, So maybe that's it too, right? Maybe it's what your interpretation of certain things is how you navigate the last third of the film kind of thing. Like the ending was a little bit too neat for my liking, I kind of thought, right, it would have worked better for this other thing to go down, but yeah, it is what it is, right? I don't think we're getting any new ground broken here. It is interesting to see the potential, right? Even though there's elements that I didn't, but I thought it's doing something a little bit different, you know what I mean? So I thought that was fine. Like acting wise, Campbell kills it. Like Campbell is just, you know, she's appearing everywhere, but the performance she's throwing up, they're pretty great. You know what I mean? Like pretty great. And when you think that she was in Bird Box Barcelona, right? She was in oh d- lonely deep darkness, or something like that, right? We covered it for Fantasia. So she was in that. So two things this year. Barbarian, that was last year, wasn't it? Or was it earlier? I feel it was last year. And I think there was something else. But yeah, she's all over. And I think it's like, when you do things over and over again and do it like back to back, I think that just really develops those skills. And I think we're seeing it with her. Everyone else was pretty good as well. We've got a great cast, good performances, So yeah, it's interesting. I think if you are a fan of Ex Machina, obviously that's a staple when you think about these things. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, Ex Machina, um, ugh, Black Mirror. Yes, there's a good few episodes in Black Mirror with similarities. There was another Netflix film a while back. I think it was called Mother, right? I think that's what the name of the joint was. Hmm. I Am Mother, maybe. It was about a girl in this house, and I have I think the AI in the house was called Mother, something like that, right? I'm sure there's someone listening who's like, I know what this motherfucker is talking about, right? But yeah, it again, that's it. Might be My House or The House. I don't know, people, but yes, if you like that, I think that yeah, I think that Tim will work for you. Also, like we looked at the what was it? The AI Artifice. The Artifice Girl, right? A couple weeks back. Yeah, so I think if you liked any of those films, or the Black Mirror TV series, then then I think Tim will work for you. So it's out and all that on Netflix, people. So yes, maybe you want to delve into Tim.